Good morning. Welcome back to my channel. I thought I would take you along this morning. It is bright and early on Monday morning and pull the sales I had on Saturday afternoon and Sunday. Kind of do a little vlog, if you will. This was a crazy busy weekend for us. We had my girls' dance recital on Saturday, and yesterday my son turned 13, and we added some new additions to our family yesterday. If you've been around, you know I used to show clippets of my duck that I had, my geese that we raised, and I know you're here for the reselling content, but some of you like a little glimpse into my life, so I thought I would introduce you to our 6 new baby chicks as I am pulling my items, and it's time to go pour some coffee. I have been getting back to work. Last week I started listing a lot of items Thursday and Friday, and a few of them already sold this weekend. So that was the motivation I needed to get me just listing. I am working on a 300 item listing goal here in the month of June. And so far so good, but I had to get up early today to get my shipping done and get back to work. So let's go pull some sales. Well, you might not have seen her in a bit. Bianca Marie, yeah, that's you, is now over a year old. She is 1 year and 1 month old, and she thinks whenever I'm in the kitchen, she should get a treat, right? Do you get a treat? We are still obsessed with her, don't worry. And she's obsessed with these new little chicks, but I think because she wants to eat them, not because she wants to be besties. Right, B? Let's get you a treat. All right, we are in my office. I do have a tiny little closet in here where I keep some items like these. I did not want to put these in a bag, and just because I didn't want more glitter to come off of them. So these sold on Posh. I had $1 into them. They are competitive dance shoes, and you know, they've got a little bit of wear just from storage, but otherwise they're great. Those sold on Posh for $20. And these are the items that I have just photographed and have not put away. And I have 3 items to dig out of this bag. All right, I love when items sell super fast, but this was a super fast flip. You will see photos. This is Lands In, but for American Airlines. It is a uniform, and I picked this up like last week for $12.99. I actually came home and got it listed because I didn't want it to get any more wrinkled, but comps were between like $40 and $80 depending. And mine was the only size 16 I could find on eBay and Poshmark. I did have this listed, I think it's $75 or $78. They got the 20% offer of $62, and then they countered me at $50, but I made the decision to stand strong because it had only been listed for 24 hours at that point, if that, maybe a little less. I did counter back at $60, so only $2 less, so a little more than 20% off, and they accepted right away. So sometimes countering has its benefits. I know some people would have just taken the offer. $12.99 into $50 would have been great, but I'm happy that I got $60, and I'm happy it sold on Posh because that is heavy. All right, these little infant Teva sandals. Teva always does well for me, no matter the size. Infant, men's, women's, and it sells pretty quickly. I did have $4 into these, and they sold on Posh for $18. Now this was a fun sale. This is the brand Tail, T-A-I-L. Actually a really expensive golf wear brand. These are all skirts, and they retail for $100 each. It's crazy. I mean, they feel okay, but they're not like that nice. Anyway, I had taken these. These came in a recent ThredUp 400-pound box, so I have like, I don't know, let's just say $10 tops into them if I'm only counting for what I wanted to sell. These have gone to Clothes Mentor, Style Encore, and Plato's probably 3 times at this point. None of them wanted them. I was going to send them to ThredUp, but I said, you know what? Let me list them. It's summertime. Maybe people are playing golf. Definitely not here in Florida where it's 1,000 degrees, but these sold the exact same day I listed them on eBay. I had them listed at $45, I believe, and I got an offer of $30, and I said, yes, ma'am, thank you, because I would have made like $9 if the buy sell trade had taken all 3 of them. So I was happy with that, and the fact that it was the same day. Who doesn't love a fast flip? All right, now we're gonna head into my storage closet and pull the last 3 items. Do anyone else's dogs follow them? I mean, I literally came in here for 2 minutes and they had to come and act like they've been sleeping this whole time. Both of them, right, Arlo? But now they're gonna get up and follow me too. I love it.
Tell me when.
All right, well, Keegan is still sleeping, so I can't show the rest of the chicks, but each of the girls got to pick out one and name it. What's this one's name, Ma?
Princess Peanut Clucker.
Princess Peanut Clucker.
You can do it.
Oh my gosh. So they are probably getting close to 2 weeks old based on what Royal King said. They didn't know exactly, but
you can do it.
I love them.
Come
Just
on.
be careful with her. So, oh my gosh. Is that her favorite spot under your hair?
Yep.
So cute. All right. We'll meet the rest of them in a little while. No, I'm glad you love her. She is what kind of chicken is she?
Olive egger.
An olive egger. They will grow so fast.
Does she always go?
All right, good thing Michael's not here. He would not like that I've got boxes all poking out, not where they go. I have 2 items here in AA, so let's pull them both. I love to see that I've got lots of room because I plan to list so many things. I'll need to put them away. All right, first item is this Aiden and Anaya's swaddle blanket. I love this brand, which is why I feel like I used to pick them up all the time for my own girls. They were obsessed. In fact, my 11-year-old still sleeps with one of these. But I got this at the bins. I don't pick them up anymore. My buy sell trade store used to buy them, but they're not really as popular as they once were. Once were. Yes, it's still early, y'all. So I did pick this one at the bins, which means I have maybe $1 into it, and it sold on Mercari for $7 since there's no fees and I charged shipping. I made $7, so $1 into $7. It was listed a while though, so again, I no longer pick those up even at the bins. And this is my second vintage Cub Scouts or Boy Scouts item to sell in the last week. So I think there's a lot of summer camps happening and people are searching for them. So this is a really cool old school Boy Scouts tag. This is a Tigers shirt. And this one, let's see. I had $4 into that and it sold on Posh for $15. And actually that was my own kids. I bought that for my son and he wore it a few times a couple of years ago. All right, the last item in here is an H. It is this pair of Disney Parks 50th anniversary natives. These are little kid size 8, but they still have the sticker in there. They were worn maybe one time. Someone bought these at the park when their kids' feet hurt. And I had $6.50 into these. I don't know if you remember a video around Christmas time. I went with my mom to a random thrift store and picked up just 3 pairs of natives. This was the last pair to sell, and they sold for $32 on Poshmark. So a pretty great little flip for kids' shoes. All right, time to package these up. These are the 7 sales that are going out this morning. All right, they are ready to go out. I love using these Tyvek mailers. I've showed you this before. Here's my little sticker station. I do use these free stickers to do these little edges because I have had times where I got a bad batch of these and the stick part just was terrible. And I'm still burning through my regional boxes. I'm sad they got rid of those. They're the perfect size. Those are the dance shoes. And then I've got my eBay sale and my Mercari sale. And I am really grateful for List Perfectly. Shameless plug. I do cross list to eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, and Kidizen. Without cross-listing, not as many people are going to see your items. So I definitely suggest it. I love List Perfectly. It's easy. I do have a discount code down below. And Posher VA, I got a code for that too. Thank you to those of you who do use my code. It's great. It sends out offers. I do still do the 20% off offer on all of my items, but I have removed the discounted shipping. So I no longer offer discounted shipping. And it has not affected my sales. And it's saving me a little bit of money when people counter a couple dollars more. I take that into account, and I have been accepting most counter offers and most offers that are sent to me, but that's how we do it. All right, I'm gonna go shove these in my mailbox and we are going to get to photographing. My office is a disaster, but I will just show you, this is what we're working with today. All of this. And that's for the rest of the week, but this is where I take all my photos, in my light box, and then this is where I do my flat lays and shipping. All right, we are back. It has been about an hour and a half later, and we are gonna go over, I have not done a what sold video since right when we came back from Hawaii. And like I said, we had the end of the school year, we had my son's birthday, we had dance recital, tech rehearsals. We've had a lot of what I like to call May-cember, but it's over. It is summertime, my favorite time of the year. And so I've had quite a few sales, which is fantastic. So in just time's sake, we are going to chat about the sales that happened in the last 3 weeks that were $20 or more. I do sell, like I'm looking, I had a $6 sale, $10, $12, $14, $14, $13. So those are still great. Every sale counts, but I figured this is what you guys would be more interested in. All right, we are gonna kick it off with this shorts bundle. I have been feverishly cleaning out my kids' closets. This is two pairs, I believe, of Gap shorts from my son's closet. I purchase a lot of Gap items for my kids using a ThredUp partner kit credits, which sadly I'm down to my last $100 I'm saving for school shopping this year. But the last 2 years I was making a lot of money sending in the leftovers and just junk from ThredUp that they sent me in the first place in those partner kits. Sadly, they don't work like that anymore. So I had nothing into these other than just sending stuff to ThredUp. So they sold for 20 bucks. That was long-winded. But why I'm sharing some of these things are I am taking a lot of their clothes to Once Upon a Child, and in fact, I'm about to film a video. I hope you guys are interested in, I don't usually share what I take from my own kids' closets to Once Upon a Child to trade, but being that it's summer, I know a lot of fellow moms and grandmas watch my channel. Maybe you will find that while you don't make as much money, nearly as much money as you would make selling these things online, it still could be worth your time. So anyway, sometimes I sell the play condition items that even Once Upon a Child won't take. People will buy it online. Like this, I'll just share this next sale. It's not $20, but to prove my point, it just worked out that way. This pair of play Emmy black sneakers. This is a very sought after style in this brand. These are durable, they hold up. They went through, this pair came used, went through both my kids and still sold on Mercari for $12. So absolutely worth it if you need some higher end shoes that are gonna last. If you have kids like mine that beat up their shoes, I suggest play. All right, so moving on, I sold this pair of Nike Nike Trek Tech pants. We've had these for a while. We picked these up for $9 at a local Goodwill, new with the tags. Not a good buy because it took 2 years to sell them for $34. This next thing, anytime, you guys know this if you're not new here, anytime I go into a store and I need something for personal use, I always try to leave with something that I can flip online to make profit, to make what I bought for us free. This is what happened. I went into a local Marshall's and I purchased, I don't even remember what I needed, something for one of my kids, for something for the end of the year. You know, they need a black shirt for this, black pants for it's just always something. But I picked up this pair of Hey Dudes. They were on clearance at Marshall's for $15 and they sold very quickly on Mercari for $43. If you're new here, I do not offer free shipping on any of my platforms. All right, I sold this pair. You'll be proud, I've been listing more on eBay, guys. I sold this pair of a new strappy sandals. I had $2.65 into them from the bins, the Goodwill outlet. They sold for $34.25 on eBay. I sold this pair of native Fitzsimmons boots. These were a local thrift store if you've been watching my videos. I did have $10 into these and they sold on eBay very quickly for $61. And they were part of the international program. I can't remember where they were going, but I just thought that was interesting. I also sold a Lululemon Rapu Lab hoodie dress. I did pay $20 for this at Plato's, but it was credits, stuff I took from ThredUp, boxes and such. They take a bunch of the crap from me and I come out with just a handful of pieces that I can then sell. So to me, I really have nothing into it because it was just a trade for better things. And it sold for $63 on Poshmark. I picked up this Sweet Honey little girl's bathing suit at Once Upon a Child. Again, a trade, and it sold on Kidizen for $24. I got this Cacique black floral bra in a ThredUp 200-pound bulk box. I'm not sure when because I did not put the date, but I had roughly $1.45 into it. Sold on Poshmark for $21. These Betsy Johnson watermelon earrings. It was a bundle of 2 pairs that came out of a fun box. I had about $5 into both pairs. Sold for $30. This Patagonia brown pullover, to be honest, I do not know where I got this. I did not type it in. Could have come from a ThredUp box, could have come from, I don't know. But I listed it and it sold within like a week of listing on Poshmark for $58. I love finding Patagonia. No matter what it is, it always will sell. All right, this Janie and Jack, I have mentioned this brand recently. I do still list some of their pieces. This was a dress peacoat, like it was a long enough dress for a little girl meant to go over a dress. And it sold really quickly. This came out of my daughter's closet, which originally I'm pretty sure it came from Goodwill for like $3.99, and it sold on Posh for $20. Mailman's here. I like to throw my kids' birthday parties that are always over the top with the theme. Everything has to be matchy-matchy. The food, I always have Michael design me on Photoshop, print out cards for like so the food matches the, anyway. But then I always turn on and sell a lot of our leftover supplies and end up selling it for more than what we paid because you guys know I thrift all the things. Like Molly asked for a Taylor Swift birthday party this year for her 9th birthday, and I picked up odds and ends, and it was amazing. And this buyer on Mercari was so nice. I even sent her my food list for how to use all the little food placards. And she paid $38 for this bundle of Taylor Swift items. And it was a really awesome party. All right, this Mini Melissa, it's just my tried and true. I love picking up Mini Melissas. I did have $8 into this pair, but they were in brand new condition. I got them at a recent kids consignment sale that comes through our area called Boutique for a Week. I sold them for $25. These Olakai sandals, I did get at that same consignment because you're allowed to sell women's items there too. And they say boys, but it goes up to size like 32 waist and men's large. So these I sold for $20 on Kidizen, these Olakai women's sandals. All right, then I had a slew of like 15, 12, 15, 16, a lot of sales between $15 and $20, which was great. I did like I said, 40% offers on Poshmark. I do that every now and then. All right, this was an eBay sale. This was out of my daughter's closet. So again, I believe it came from a Goodwill several years ago. It was this mini Bowden purple duck pinafore dress. A lot of times these really hold their value. This was the old mini Bowden tag, maybe even 3 olds. But it was a velvety velour with sequins. Y'all know I have pet ducks. Obviously, I think I'm sharing them in this video. And I love this, and it sold for my full asking price of $32. And let's see, 19, 20. I sold another Cacique item. It was a plus size bathing suit. I picked this up from the ThredUp outlet, which I've seen other people say this. I'm pretty sure they have done away with the outlet now. It used to be only select people had access, but I've had access for years now, and it's no longer showing on my app or on my desktop, and I've seen other people say the same. So I had $4 into it, and it sold on Poshmark for $22. This next, this was a pair of shoes. They took a long time to sell, but they were a women's size 11. I believe when I purchased them, they were listed as a men's size 11. I used to make a lot of purchases from the website called swap.com. It has since been sold. It's nothing like it used to be. I used to buy a lot of personal use items and a lot of shoes to flip. I had $15 into these new in the box shoes, and they sold finally for $62 on Posh, which was a great flip. It just took a really long time because they were like steel toe women's size 11. So waited for the perfect buyer. So that's really sad. I used to really love that website, but what do you do? All right, we are now into very recent sales. I want to make sure I see where I ended off today. Okay, so just a couple more to share. I had $1 into this pair of Vineyard Vines men's board shorts. I picked them up at a local bag sale just last month, and they sold for $23.63. And that's what I made since Mercari no longer offers or has fees. And surely you've all heard, but they got rid of that return for any reason policy. So that's great. I never stopped selling there, but I know a lot of people had their stuff on vacation. All right, these Olakai little boys, slip-on loafer style. My son hated that I made him wear these for like dress up things, but they're just good looking shoes. I picked them up locally at a thrift store, so I probably had less than $10 into them. He wore them for probably 2 years, just now and then, and they sold for $27 on Poshmark. I had $6 into this pair of Lily Pulitzer bikini bottoms. Now I'm very particular these days with any type of just top or just bottom. It has to be something really awesome. These were, and they sold very quickly, like within a week of listing. I believe they were a size 12 or 16. That's probably why it is a little harder to find the bigger sizes in Lily. They were in excellent condition. They were not new with the tags, and they sold for $43 on eBay. All right, this was a same day. I love it when I literally list an item in the morning and it sells before I go to bed that day. I went to Close Mentor last week, yes, to do a trade because I needed to go to Once Upon a Child and it's right next door. I picked these up with my trade credits, so they had them priced at $18 and I listed them, I think it's $70. They still had them on the website and I sent a 20% offer. And I think it's like $1. They counted like $1 or $2 less. I don't know, but they sold for $55. So after the fees and what I paid, I still walked away with $26, which is great because that same day I did purchase myself a new Lily item and I had $25 into it. So it's like I got my item for free, which that's how I like to do things. All right, and I have caught us back up with the higher priced sales and then all the things that we shipped out just this morning. So that's it. I am like going to spend the rest of the day. It is noon, 12:07. I'm going to show you guys our little chicks now. I don't think I'll just put in the clip right now. And that will be fun. And then I'm gonna head to my office. Michael is working on a project nearby. He does all kinds of, we call him the Pinterest king. He is doing a whole lot of random things, building someone a mailbox and building a built-in, I don't know. But he'll be home around 5. So I have 5 hours and my goal is to first list 5 items out of my phone because I took a lot of photos the other day, and then I'm gonna photograph. I'm not even gonna have a number goal. I'm just going to literally try to photograph until he comes home. So that is the goal. I'm hoping I can get through a whole lot. And then I'm gonna have to spend tomorrow putting items away because as you saw, my big old Hulkin that's full of things that need inventoried, that need to be put away. So that's the goal for today. I hope your June is going well. I am speaking that there is no such thing as a summer slowdown. My sales are definitely picking up because I'm listing more. And honestly, that's the key. Get your items listed. I know moms like me are already school shopping, even though my kids just got out. I already know what size shoes that I need. You know, I've already gone through their closets, so I know one kid needs a couple pairs of jeans, one kid needs t-shirts. So if you've got kids stuff, especially new with tags items, I would prioritize listing those. If it were me, that's what I'm going to be doing. And hopefully you guys are interested in my Once Upon a Child video that I'm gonna be doing. My next video coming out, I believe, will be a regular Goodwill thrift haul. I did treat myself to one last one before summer officially started. I just haven't shared it with you yet, and a few things have already sold from it, so that's always exciting. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for hanging in with me as I have been very inconsistent the last month or so, but that's just the name of the game, right? Thankfully, I have a wonderful group of friends and subscribers here, and I appreciate every single one of you. Every like and comment really does mean a lot to me in my tiny little channel over here. So, all right, guys, if you want to stay and meet our new chickens, and I will catch you in the next one. Here they are. They are about a week old, maybe a little less. All right, Keegan, pick them up and tell us their names.
All right, so we'll start off this.
Okay.
This is Miss Nuggets. You want me to say the type of chicken too?
Miss Nuggets, yep. What is she?
A Buff Orpington.
Yep.
Or maybe a Marderock. It's a small chance. We're not really sure.
That one's kind of a mystery.
So that's Miss Nuggets.
Miss Nuggets.
Next up, we got Princess Peanut.
Princess Peanut.
So this is not one I named, and she's an olive egger.
Molly and Delaney got 2. Keegan picked out the other 4 and named the other 4. Yes, we have 2 olive eggers. They're supposed to lay green eggs. That's Delaney's wild one. What's her name?
This is Lady Luna.
Lady Luna.
This is the second most craziest one.
Yep.
So we only have 2.
Okay.
Next up, we have Empress Wendy.
Empress Wendy.
A Rhode Island Red.
Rhode Island Red. She's going to be beautiful.
And she's the most curious one. Let's explore her too.
Okay. The biggest of the bunch right now.
Queen Sapphire.
Queen Sapphire. She is a Mystic Onyx.
And she's half silky, which is like a one with crazy feathers.
No.
And, right?
Oh, no. No. She doesn't have feathers on her feet.
No.
It's cow.
Oh, it's cow. No,
Cow.
Okay.
Cow.
No,
Just cow.
This one's just cow. And
She's kind of my favorite. Look at her feet. There's feathers on them. Hi.
Yep, and she is half silky, which is the smallest breed, so she'll be the smallest too.
Yeah, she'll be the smallest, but she's the spunkiest. She's a French black copper Moran.
She's also the craziest one.
She's a little wild, but we love her. All right, well, the hope is that we have 6 hens, but there always are the odds that we have a rooster in the mix, which we won't be able to keep. But I've got friends with farms, and so hopefully if there's a rooster, we'll give it a good home, but we hope not. Yeah. All right, there's the... Look how little they are. Oh my gosh, they're so stinking cute. So, hi. All right, thank you guys for watching. Always something crazy going on over here. Like we're in my son's room at the moment. And he's got his beardies in here. Hey, Tank. I love them. They're so cool. Oh, hey, Titan. Checking me out. Hey, bro. And then we have just recently started breeding mealworms for all of said animals. So there's the pupa. Those are going to turn into beetles. It's a whole thing. So
cow jump scare.
Oh, hey, cow. Oh my gosh.
She's my favorite.
She's my favorite. I think she's going to be really pretty. All right. Thanks for sharing.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
Bye.